Good to see you guys. Welcome in. I don't know if you guys just witnessed in your earpieces what just happened. That's called a play on words. A play on words. I'm a New World man. Production was not impressed. Not impressed. I was very impressed. Hey, that's top-notch creativity right there, bud. Hell yeah. Cheers, crew. Welcome in. We got a long night ahead of us, baby. Plenty of action to go around. We got plenty of things to do. Still fleshing out our character, right? 65 is only the beginning. It's not the end. It's only the beginning. Still plenty to do. And I'm happy to have you guys here, man.
Reload.
Hell yeah.
56 yeah.
Oh my god, production coming in hot for 56 months. You love to see it. Good god, it's a long time. We're having ourselves a good night. So here's the deal, guys. We're gonna be getting into anything and everything. You guys want some expeditions? You want to do some end game stuff? You want to do some races? You want to do some chest runs? We're gonna do all of it. Gonna be here, man. What up, Distorted? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Insane Spork, my man. Spork, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Nessie Roo. Good day, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. Cheers. For any of those you wondering, we got the limited edition Keystone Light. It's smooth, like Keith Stone. Don't forget it. Oh yeah. So we're here for the next several hours. I got on a little bit too late, later than I wanted to. So obviously we're gonna miss the influence races. The last one kicks off right now, but that's fine. We'll talk about this more throughout the night. But if you guys are watching the Discord, I did mention it because Spork brought it up. It concerns the influence races, and it's not good. It's not good. Not good. I haven't been on a server, so I don't know. Apparently we didn't do too well. But if you guys want to take a look here real quick, my man Spork here on the Brew Crew Discord. If you're not involved in the Discord, get involved. Well, if the influence races are any metric to go green, may have no zones by tomorrow morning. I've been watching for a couple days, and the percentage have been bad in the influence races for all of us. It's like green fell off the map. Yeah, because they did. Here's the problem with that, man. And it's an inherent problem with the game. And I don't know what the answer is, but this game, and it's happened. The same thing happened at the original launch in 2021. You get a handful of companies who really understand the game inside out, like especially these top tier PvP companies, right? And what ends up happening is they are so good at what they do, and they know it inside out enough that they fucking take control of everything. And when they do that, it kills a server. Happened in 2021. It's happening right now. And I don't know how to solve that, right? Because you would say, well, okay, well, from the AGS side of things, put some rules in place, like make things like, you know, make it to where a company can only own a territory for 7 days, like a week. You know, maybe make it to where a company can only own a territory for one territory at a time, or whatever. Like, some of them ideas are great, but when you think about the bigger picture, it doesn't necessarily work, right? Because, okay, well, let's say we implement that one company can own a zone a week. Sounds good on face value. But what ends up happening, these guys who are in these top tier companies, they make a second company. And then, you know, their main company owns it for a week. Then their second company owns it for a week. So it's like, there's no way to really get around it. And it sucks, man. It kills the server. I noticed that today when I was playing. I've been playing off stream, and I haven't seen you guys since like Friday or Saturday night, or whatever it was. And I've been watching because I've been playing off stream, checking things out. Like, it sucks. And unfortunately for us, and I don't know how, we rolled these dice again. that we get these like top 10% players of the game ended up on our server and they're controlling everything again. A big one is Prim and Premeditate, which Premeditate has seemed to have left the server. Okay, that's why all of a sudden you see suddenly there's no more green. Green left. Yeah, because they took all their people, went to another server, which I don't know how, because as far as I know on console, server transfers are still not available yet. So I don't know how they're doing what they're doing. But like Prim on our server, Prim, their Covenant, Prim is one of the top tier factions out of Valhalla, one of the old school servers, right? And back when the 2021 launch happened, Valhalla, the Valhalla server was the PvP server, and it's been that way ever since. And now that Valhalla and Marama has crashed because no one's playing on them servers. I mean, let's take a look here. I mean, we can take a quick look. Them servers crashed, so them guys have since decided to, you know, move on with their company in tow, re-roll, and now they dominate again on a server that we were playing on that was doing just fine until now. So like Marama, how do you want to say it? Low pop, no one's playing it. Valhalla, medium pop. Like these are legacy servers like Lilith, Valhalla, Marama, and Lilith. They're all legacy servers. So these people are moving off their legacy servers where they're owning everything, and they're coming into these new servers and now dominating everything. And it kills me. Everything was going great. And I don't know if any of you guys in the chat have been watching over the last couple weeks. Like if you have your global chat open while you're playing the game, if you've been paying attention to global chat at all through the last like 2-3 weeks, you would have seen a lot of conversation about these top end fucking guilds coming here. And at the time I saw them like, yeah, it's all bullshit. How do you know? You don't really know. No, it turns out like, no, they did actually show up and they now started to dominate. And so those of us that were in our faction, green, have either just been completely dominated or they just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm leaving, and they went to another server. Which sucks. It really sucks. Because we had a good thing going here, everything was going great, all of a sudden like now we got somehow, some way, I don't know what it is, I was telling production, I don't know, is it a curse for me? Is it do I have a curse? Like when I picked the server I played on an original launch, how did these guys end up on my server? They did. Now we got a brand new fresh launch, we picked this server, we were like the 5th server like on the East Coast, the new server, 5th server to come up, and somehow they ended up here. Why? Like go tank some other server. Why you gotta come do here and do it to us? And it sucks because the way this game works, and again I don't know what the answer is, I don't think AGS knows what the answer is, which is also why I wanted to push for us to get territory, because as soon as a company owns territory and can hold territory, you control the server. That's how the game works, right? Like a lot of people don't understand, like these companies, these top end companies that like they're owning these territories, especially multiple territories, these guys are making like millions a day just off the crafting tax, the housing tax, the fast travel, like they're making money on every transaction. What ends up happening is like you have like top 10% that controls everything, and they got so much money they control the markets, they control what's on the auction house, they control the prices, right? Because at any one time they can just buy everything off that auction house, relist it for whatever they want. Like they have complete control, and people don't understand that. And it's to me, it's the only flaw with this game. The territory control system is a great idea on paper, but it has just been implemented correctly, because you have this shit that happens. We got top end. This is exactly how, which if you guys are watching since the day one launch stream, this is exactly how these people bought territories within the first 12 hours of release, right? Servers came up that day at 9 a.m. Eastern. By 6 p.m. Eastern, they had 3 territories already owned. Like these guys were organized. They brought their entire company over. Like they knew what they were doing, and they took it over instantly. And that right there should have been a red flag. But what were we gonna do? Like, hey guys, pack it up. Like, we're going to a different server. There was no other server to go to. You know what I mean? And right now, like I said, it's like we've all spent a lot of time in our characters on the new worlds, on the new servers, right? Like, I got over 100, maybe almost 200 hours on this character right here. And as far as I know, I can't transfer him off this server to somewhere else where we don't have to deal with that. And it sucks because this is something that's plagued the game since the very beginning. Because these same companies, these same guilds, they start on one server, they do their shit, they kill that server, they all move to a next server. Same thing. It's like a plague. It's like a cancer. They go from one server to the next server to the next server to the next server, and before you know it, everybody and their brothers bitching and complaining. Fuck this game. It sucks. I hate it. It's garbage. Blah blah blah. All these bad reviews. Review bomb the shit out of it on Steam and everything else. This is how it happens. It's not fun. It's not fun to get rolled every time you're trying to do something. And based off of what Sport put on our Discord tonight, I have a feeling like Sport got involved in some influence races tonight and found out he was one of like 5 guys for our faction that went to the influence races where he's facing 40 people on each other faction, beating them down. Like, you're not going to win 5 against 40. It just isn't going to happen. So like once the unbalance happens, shit goes south. So either the people that were controlling our server at one point, they are left, or they change their faction and join the greater good. And that sucks. It takes away a lot of the game. This is the same reason why, like, I've never been in a war since original launch, okay? Because it literally boils down to, like, you gotta be these top tier companies, and these companies only pull out from top tier companies. Like, they get to choose and whatever who they want to be in these wars. Like, I'm not a top tier PvP. I want to be. But at the end of the day, like, if you're not the top 10%, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell. It kills the game, man. It kills the game. I think it's one of the reasons why it drove so many people away from PC. And it's to the point now, like, you know, you go to New World Database, you have the server tracker, it will show you like the server numbers and everything. That existed during the open beta. AGS shut that API down, so you cannot see how many people are playing on each server because they didn't want console people to be discouraged about the downhill climb. But this is part of the downhill incline. When you got certain companies absolutely controlling everything at all times. And like, what people don't understand, like, there's discords dedicated to this, okay? And like, it might seem like, oh well, hey, a different company took territory, it's all good, it ain't that bad. No, that company that took that territory is the same people they're in the other company. You know what I mean? They're running second characters. Like, it's a conglomerate. In a lot of ways, it's like fighting government. You know what I mean? Like, you can only get so far, and you get smacked. And until AGS figures out some way to mitigate that and change it, this game's gonna be plagued by it, and ultimately I think it's gonna be the demise of this game. As much as I love it, I'll play this game until the day they shut the last server down. But I know the vast majority of people here, even here in the Brew Crew, some of you are gonna get to the point where, like, you know what, I'm tired of losing, tired of fighting, I'm tired of this shit, tired of no resources, I'm tired of, you know what I mean? It starts to snowball, and the average individual gives up, which is what happened on PC. Sucks because it's a good game, but this is the major downfall to the game. They don't tell you about their marketing and everything else. Like, they don't tell you about this is possible, and I think they don't have a way to figure out how to fix it. Like I said, you can say, well, we're gonna put limits on how much territory you can own as a company. We can put limits on how long you can own a territory as a company. There's nothing you can do to mitigate it, because like I said, a lot of these guys will make old accounts, or they'll leave a company, join another company, and take it over again. Because, you know, well, hey, technically my company didn't take it, my another company took it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a snowball effect. Snowball effect. It takes me back to the old college days. Hell yeah, me too, man. I remember buying this shit for like $11 a case. It's now like 25 bucks. Thanks, Joe Biden. They came in with the dough and not the players. They back to PvP, right? Yep. Yep. Well, like for like a new fresh start servers, like they just didn't come in with the money, but they knew where to make the money, and they did. And they made it fast. Like I said, they brought in like 100 people with them. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a handful of guys. It was like they brought in like 100 some people, like a full company, and they all dedicated themselves to that cause, and that's where they are right now. That's not a bad theory though, Nessie. My theory was that they made money on the servers that opened up and then moved to dominate the later servers. Get the cash from those territories and move back to the original. Very possible. Very fucking possible. Very possible. I saw that too, Nessie, about moving characters from Legacy to Fresh Start. That's if it was 6 months past. So apparently they put some stupid rule in place that if you don't play your character for 6 months, you lose your name. You gotta make a new name and start all over or whatever. Not start over from zero, but like you gotta make a new character, a new name, whatever, and they give you the option to pick a server. That's possible. It's also a thing when the game launched, apparently that AGS kind of messed up, and there were some people that were able to transfer their legacy characters into the new world, into the new servers. I don't think necessarily what's happening with us here on this server is that. I think is what it is just you got these high-end companies that know exactly where to go, exactly what to do, exactly how to do it, and they know exactly the perfect PvP builds. They know all the meta shit, they knew everything, and they just steamrolled through it. And the other companies that were in our faction, green, like I said, they either left the server or they changed their faction. Yo, what up, Big John? There are also people on the server that are gatekeeping console players from endgame stuff. There was a mass argument in Global a few hours ago. Yeah, see, like it's all stupid, man. Yo, what up, Chris? It's a long time no see. You should have the cash shop. I'm wondering if the best skins are still in the cash shop over granting. Well, as far as I know, can I even get to it from here? Probably not. No, I gotta get in game. Let me jump in game. As far as I know, like all they're selling is just basic ass cosmetics. But like as far as the rest of the skins go, you have to find them in game, and then you can unlock them with transmog tokens, which is still a paid thing. That's something I never really paid attention to because I really don't care about cosmetics. Never cared about any cosmetic in any game. It's not for me. Like you have the store-bought skins you can get, but the vast majority of skins you have to find them in game, and then you have to pay to unlock them. Let's take a look. All right, so we got the store going. So yeah, we got apparel skins, which they're selling these things, which is crazy, by the way. I mean, this skin right here, 18,000 marks, whatever you want to call them. That's literally almost $20. That's $2 shy of 20 bucks for a freaking skin. It's highway robbery. So like, you can buy all these from the store. These are store bought. These are all store bought. Same thing with the weapon skins. All right, there's only a handful of time. They cycle them out each week, every week, whatever. There are some that you get through Twitch shops, which we haven't had a Twitch drop in a while, especially since the re-release. I don't know why they haven't done it, but you know, whatever. Aha! But the rest of them are this transmog guy, right? So you get the whole menu of shit. So like for instance, like this is one-handed weapons. I mean, there's a whole, I mean, pages. So the way this works is you gotta at least find that skin one time out in the world, right? It says right there, you must collect this item in order to transmog. So once you collect it, then you can spend money to unlock it. I think it's a really dumb system, but whatever. You gotta make money somehow, right? So out of all the one-handeds, this is what I found in swords. Right, all the ones I can unlock right now with a transmog. The ones with a shopping cart are coming out of the actual store I just showed you. The rest of them are in game. I just haven't found them yet. And there's one for each, you know, each category of one hand. So the list goes on and on and on. Now, what sucks is I think the transmog tokens are like $5 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Weapons, kits, consumables. Right here. Okay. A 2-pack. So 2 tokens to unlock 2 items. $5 fucking dollars. Okay. You want to unlock 5? $10. So $10 to outfit your character with whatever the hell you want to fit them out with. I hate this. I hate this so much. I get that you have to make money. I get it, but at the same time, this is an outrageous price for what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna spend $10 to re-outfit my character, make him look different. Like, it's so stupid. Oh god. Like I said, right here, the profit. This is $18, okay? $18 for a fucking skin.
Damn, boy.
God damn, dude.
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
Hey, thick, and they're thick with cash. Now what? Okay, I got you, Big John. All right, dude. She got it. Yeah, not coming back. I mean, the game's great. Don't get me wrong. My only complaint right now is just these skins and the fact that our servers are getting overrun by top tier companies. Very minor. I mean, you can still enjoy the entire game. The game's never been better than what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. Let me like roll that one back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking a massive shit on AGS right now. I'm just saying, like, those are the 2 big issues I see: is the fact that companies are unmitigated, territory control is unmitigated, and the fact that you're selling skins for $20 a piece. That's the only thing I can complain about. Other than that, the game is solid, better than it's ever been. It's fun to play. I mean, they made a lot of changes since 2021 launch, and for the better. Everything's great. It's just this side of it, and the fact that companies can just steamroll the fuck out of anybody if they want to. You know what I mean? That's the only issues there are. Now, really, the steamrolling of people only really matters if you care about PvP. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter who owns what territory. It really is no major disadvantage or advantage to you. It's just the principle of the fact, right? Like, you can play this entire game never PvP in your life. You don't have to PvP. I'm just saying, from a PvP perspective, it kind of sucks that that's just how it works. This is how it works. The best skins are found in this game. 876. I hear you, Gio. Good to see you, brother. Welcome in, man. Yeah, you're right, Gio, too. Yeah, he's right. The same shitty skins we got right now for 20 bucks, the same ones I had since 2021. So it's a cash grab. You don't have to get into it, though. I paid $5 for the tokens, the boosters. I mean, it is what it is. Ah, right on. I got you. Sorry about your phone, though, bud. Well, there you go, Gio. Cats with Hats is leaving the server this week, and I just did a war against Quacked. Best be on the server. They didn't even show up. I think. Oh, it could be. It could be. Obviously, you got to the point you're doing more PvP than I am, because I haven't heard anything about Cats with Hats leaving. I don't even know who the hell they are, but I know, like, Prim is one of the top end guilds from Valhalla, and they started taking territory already. And Quacked, I mean, I don't know. They had a couple early spots, but apparently they haven't held it. No disrespect, but in my opinion, it's shit. Hey, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It's questionable what the tracking actions are, but thank God it's not like pay to win or whatever. It's just the skins are shitty. The whole thing is shitty. As far as, like, if you really care about cosmetics and like customizing your character like that, yeah, it's total dog shit. You're fucked on that front. Yo, what up, Scully? Good to see you, man. Bought one skin to this day, regret it. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I saw that too, Gio. They said the same. Yeah, they said that they were only going to take one. They didn't want to ruin the server. So far, they only own Windsward. But you know, we got Quacked. That's 2. Cats with Hats, they got 2. TFR's got 3, 4. TFR's got 4. Like, who the fuck's TFR? I guarantee it's one of the top tier guilds out of one of the old servers, right? Like, how the hell do you own 4 territories right now? And in this situation, it depends on, like, okay, are you guys that good you're just steamrolling people, or is the opposition not showing up? That's also part of the equation. Like, there should be no reason at all why a single company can own 4 territories in a map. Sorry, maybe 2 max, but even then, like I said, how can you put that limit in? If you're a game developer, how do you put the limit in? Because all they gotta do is make an alternate guild or an alternate company, run a lot of the same guys, or run alt characters in that guild and just fucking own everything. And these people that own this shit, man, I'm telling you what, they're the ones that make the money. They're the ones that control the market. They're the ones that have like more than enough to spend, while the rest of us are like out there spending 4 hours a day grabbing iron ore and trying to sell it for some cash. These guys are sitting on their ass and getting cash. TFR's final because Willie left green to join him for whatever reason. Oh well, there you go. It's something I wish they did. I'm not sure why. There are 3 starter zones, 1 to 25, Everfall, Monarch, and Windsward. Give a faction one of the main towns. Oh, you dude, that's actually a cool idea. I like that. So each faction have their own starting area. They've been steamrolling people with no experience and they aren't showing up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a collector and I care about the skin sets and everything. I get it. Totally, Kristen. I get it. I'm not knocking it. I get it. And like I said, for what they're charging for it and how it works, like it's a rip off, in my opinion. How's the we going? I've been around. I've been playing the shit out of COD, dude. It's been all right. It's been good. We're just having a little bit of a tizzy right now because it got, like I said, it got brought up in Discord. Spork brought it up. Like, you know, Green had the map now. Like, we're nobodies, and it's just. We're talking about the inner dynamics of the territory ownership and just how fucking screwed up it is. That's the thing, like, I mean, look right here. Ongoing race, right? It looks like purple's gonna take it. Which tells me there's nobody on green showing up. And Spork said the same thing. He said he did a race earlier and nobody showed up. And it's hard. It's hard to like, okay, like right now, I'll go up here. I'll get involved in this race. I'm green. But when you don't have 40 people behind you, like you don't have a chance, man. And also it's Eden Grove. I fucking hate Eden Grove. For shits and gigs, let's just go let's go up there and fuck around. Cause I think we're gonna see firsthand there's no green around, which means, like I said, every green we had on this server either left the server or they changed factions and joined one of these other guilds. So that kills the PvP experience too, which the PvP is a big part of the game. Bat shovel right here. I'm gonna try to take this tower. We'll see what happens. But other than that, yeah, it's been good, Scully. I mean, I'm still enjoying it. It just sucks how some of these things work. That's all. Is it enough for me to like hate the game and never touch it again? No. I mean, I want to get more involved in PvP, but at the end of the day, like PvP isn't everything, so I necessarily don't really care. But there is some small benefit to, you know, to owning territory and stuff. So it's a design flaw in the game. And it's enough, like I can see enough people getting upset enough to be like, I'm never playing the game again, fuck them, I'm done. Because there's no check on this. There we go. So we got 2 perps, 3 perps. Yep, there we go. Cool, dude. I'm by myself. Here we go. Get them cheeks clapped. And also, I'm really fucked off that whatever reason, and this is another thing that's going to bury the game in AGS. They released the seasonal patch or whatever for the new seasonal event, and now the controllers on console do not work at all. Every time I log in, it defaults my controller back to like default. Why? It worked for weeks. Now every time I log in, it gets all fucked up. So just right there, I tried to dodge that guy's shot. What did I do? I locked onto him because my controller's defaulted again. So I can go back through my control scheme and refix everything. It's very upsetting. Yeah, I can't even dodge it. Yeah, fuck off, man. My fucking controller's fucked. This is why people get so upset. This is why people get upset with the PC shit. It's a stupid small shit like this. Like, game works fine until you put out the fucking event or whatever. Now I gotta go into my controller every time and change this shit the way I want because it will not remember my controls. Like, this is simple, basic level shit that should not be happening in a game that costs $60 some. That's been out for 4 years. Okay. Like, oh god, I can understand why people get pissed. Like, it's good that I love this game, but like, this will turn the average person off, right? Especially as a new player. This simple shit will turn a player off, and I wonder why they have no player base. Like, do you guys not in-house test any of this shit? Like, how do you launch a seasonal event and it breaks half the game? The other thing I noticed too, it's probably been happening to you guys, like the animations are broken. Like you go to cut a tree, you do one swing, and all of a sudden your character just sits there and locks, but you can still hear it hitting. You guys stand there like this till a tree falls. That is basic level shit, man. Basic. Why is that an issue? It should not be an issue. Not at this point. Not now. Where am I gonna go now? Let's see here. They obviously, those guys are packed. We took Kiss Tower up here. That's unclaimed. Is that what that said? Fuck it. I think everyone's just like doing chest runs and no one's queuing for dungeons or pushing territories. Like, damn, I gotta learn something out. Well, you're right. You're right. Although I haven't tried getting any expeditions off stream, so I'm not sure how that's going. Like, it shouldn't be as bad because it's supposed to be cross server, not on your server alone. So it should be easier to find if you're going through the group finder. But if you're telling me you've been trying to go through a group finder and it's still not working, well, then that's a bigger problem. That's a bigger game design problem, right? Because that tells me everybody on every server is doing the exact same thing. Don't want to play a new one, but COD is taking over a bit. Hey, it's all good, man. Hey, you got to play what makes you feel good, right? For me personally, like, COD just doesn't do it for me anymore. I've just been burned by COD too many times over the past like 4 or 5 years. Like, I do not plan on buying Black Ops. It looked good, and then I started seeing some ugly shit, and I'm just waiting to hear about the waves of hacks and everything else. And I hate anymore to spend $70 on a game that I'm gonna play for 10 minutes and never touch again. But hey, if you're liking it, run it, man. I got issues with this game, but I'm here. I'd like to treat. It's all right, man. It's all right. How about you? How you been? I found the queues around 20-30 minutes for exhibition when no one lobbies are up. God, that sucks. That sucks. So what? We're the 5 green. in the race. Okay. $15 like, why, dude? I mean, you ain't telling me nothing. I mean, I grew up with COD. I was forged by Call of Duty 4. And even then, I played Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4. But these last, like, I don't know, these last 5 years of submissions to me is just garbage. Then you compound it with all the issues going on with the hackers and everything else. Like, I'm not spending $70 to have a bad time. Although I will say, Black Ops 6, like from the promotional material stuff, it did look good. I was like, I almost bought it, but I'm starting to watch other people streaming and stuff, and I'm like, maybe I did save myself $70. I was trying to get the main story quest finished, but also not peak time of day, like early AM. But still, it shouldn't matter. Well, well, I take it back for you because you're playing from Australia on the East Coast servers, but like these East Coast servers, like you should be popping. I mean, it's all cross server now. Like if I go in here and I'm like, oh hey, I want to run any of these, well, or any expedition in this matter, like I should be able to hit random. It's cross server now, but if I really queue up and no one's running them, that's a big problem. That tells me that the population's starting to fall out already, which isn't good. Or it could be like what Gio said, where people just don't realize, like, hey, this is a thing you can do. It's a viable option. Or it could be, you know, it's kind of crossed my mind too, like, so in order to get the new gear, like 725, right? That's the new gear score. The only way you get 725 gear, as far as I know, is like the new raid, the PvP island or whatever, like the doubloon system, or maybe the sandworm trial. So like you can't craft it. You can't craft 725, or before this you could craft max gear. If you had max crafting and all the perks and everything, you could craft max gear, which is kind of nice. Okay, well, okay, you have to go through the raid, you got to do that, that's how you get it. But at the same time, like, I think it's pigeonholing people and what they can and can't do. It almost makes like the expeditions and the mutated expeditions totally worthless. Like there's like if I can't get 725 gear out of running mutations, like mutated expeditions, then why am I gonna run mutated expeditions? That could be part of it too. That could be part of the reason why people aren't queuing for this stuff, because like, why am I gonna queue for that? Like I can't get anything good out of it. So in a way, they kind of like made it null and void. You know what I mean? Which is crazy, because like I'm not trying to, like, you know, criticize them hardcore, but it just, okay, when you put this game, when you did the re-release the content and everything, you told everybody, oh hey, we updated the sandworm, because before this is for like level, like the gear set before. Now they updated it, now it's for the higher end stuff, right? But if you look at these rewards, they're only 700. And it's like, well, why am I gonna go do this for 700 gear when I could go farm the PvP island or do like Cutlass Keys chest runs, get the balloons and buy 725 gear, or I could just get grouped up and go do the new raid and get 725. So why would I do this, and why would I run through any one of these mutated expeditions, right? Because even at mutation 3, 626 is the gear score. That's even below 700. You can get 700 just by walking around and doing the main story quest. So why are you offering 626 for a mutation 3, which is supposed to be the hardest level of dungeon to do? There's no reward to that pain. Like I don't understand why they made that decision. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk about them because like I believe in them. I mean, and the PC community talks about them enough, right? But there are some good points that are made, and we're seeing them firsthand. We're seeing it right now on our server. Like, we're getting overrun by like top tier companies. There's no way to control that. All the other events in the game are now useless except for like Sandworm and Endgame Raid. Crafting at this rate is pretty much useless, right? I mean, I want to max out my crafting, but at the same time, it's like I don't understand why I'm going to max it out, because I can't make anything 725. All I can make is 700 if I'm lucky. So why am I going to go through all the hell and torture of like gathering everything and crafting everything up? Like, it's not the same. Hopefully they'll change it. We'll see. Had to reverse. I was cutting trees, and the animation for chopping trees loops constantly. Dude, I haven't had that one. I had it where like I like take a pickaxe, I hit the rock once, and it just stops, but you can still hear it clicking. Then eventually you gather it. That should be happening in a game that costs $60 some. That's been out for 3 years. But alright, I've been thinking about the streams the other day and decided to pop in. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Good to see you. My girlfriend has a new COD. I'm still trying to decide whether I should buy it or not so we can play together. Well, hey, if she's playing it and you want to play it, get it, dude. That's time well spent. Time well spent. People are crying about Prim just being here despite them not taking any tourists for 2 weeks. Well, that is true, yeah. That is true. People have been complaining. But I feel like we're not the only ones, though. I feel like Cats with Hats and TFR are some top tier fucking companies, too. People just don't know who the hell they actually are. And that's the other thing, too. Like, any of these companies can change their name at any time they want. So it's hard to track who's who. And I have no idea how somebody found out who Prim was, but you know, everyone's bitching about Prim. But they only own Windsward. Yeah, purple's taking this for sure. Look at that. Purple's taking this no matter what. The CK chest ones are nice, man. Which I didn't realize. I didn't realize like you could get those doubloons from any chest in CK, right? Like when I remember leading up to like the relaunch or whatever, I was reading about it, and then like, oh, you gotta go to the PvP island. It's high stakes, high reward, all this shit, blah blah blah. Then you get into the game and you find out like, wait a second, I don't have to play the PvP island at all. All I gotta do is do a Cutlass Keys chest run once a day, and I got all the doubloons I need. Oh, and on top of that, like I just gotta do my weekly key, right? You know, make the key at the little kiddie pond, make that once a week. Go find the chest, unlock it. You don't need to go in the zone. You get 500 right there just for doing that once a week. But yeah, the CK trust runs are absolutely worth it. I got 90% of my doubloons just by doing the CK chest runs and the weekly key. So I don't, again, that's another, to me, is a design flaw. Why would you advertise all this and then just totally go against it? Like leading up to the re-release, they didn't tell us like, hey, by the way, you can go to any zone you want in Cutlass Keys. It doesn't have to be an elite zone. Open up a chest, you'll get doubloons that you don't have to like cleanse or anything. Okay, so if I just grind Cutlass Keys enough, I can buy a full set of, you know, 725. Might take a couple weeks, but I can do it. Well, yeah, I mean that's always been there too, Gio. Like, you know, you run the expeditions shit to get your material, whatever, to craft that stuff. But now, like I said, there's no point in crafting it because you can't craft above 700. Why would you waste all that time to craft all that stuff when you can literally just go farm Cutlass for like 2 hours and just buy gear? So I don't understand what the direction is. Because like I said, from what I read in the beginning, it made sense. Now it doesn't make sense because you know, we're getting to the point now. We played enough. We're getting exposed enough that like Honestly, I don't know how to craft the thing. The only thing worth crafting is like your bags and your like your tools, things like that. But like as far as weapons, armor, and all that, like there's really no reason to, because you can't go above 700. That drove me on, drove me nuts early on. I couldn't work out who anyone was exactly. That's one of the downfalls of the game. You can't, yeah, you can't upgrade 700 to 725 through a gypsum kiln. Which I might as well just give up on this shit. Obviously, nobody in green's doing this. You can, but as far as I know, it's not like how it was before the relaunch, right? Because before the relaunch, you could upgrade any named item to 700. And as far as I know right now, the only thing you can upgrade to 700 is your, or 725 is your artifact gear. Yeah, it's artifact only, which sucks. It used to be like any named item, like you go farm life ring, whatever people go for, like you could upgrade that to 700, which was the old cap. Now you can't upgrade that stuff to 725. So it, like, unless I'm wrong, like, do I have anything else that's named in my hat? Yeah, right here, this is named. It used to be anything named you could upgrade. So for the sake of, you know, example here, I'm gonna unmark that, I'm gonna uncheck it, and I'm gonna take off my cow power, because that's the other thing how it works, chat. You got to have the items in your inventory not equipped in order to upgrade them, or at least to see it as an option. Now we'll see what I'm pretty sure last time I checked, the only thing I can do is upgrade the artifact, and it's expensive, very expensive. It's stupid expensive, which is another thing I don't agree about with the game. They're kind of doing like a Fallout thing where they basically gatekeep you on time, right? So you come to a gypsum kiln, you used to be able to upgrade anything named you could upgrade, which apparently I can still do. So here's a corrupt progenitor mask, which I unmarked it, 700. It's already 700. If I go through all this, it'll still be 700. The only difference is I get to pick the 4th perk. Right, look at that cost though. Armor matrix, 250 dark matter, 1 gypsum orb, and three chromatic seals, which you can only buy 1 a day from your faction vendor. I'm gonna spend 3 days of faction vendor for a 700 item. It's not going to 725, it's going to 700. The only difference is I'm adding a 4th perk to it, or a 3rd perk. I'm picking the 3rd, 4th perk, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, it's at 650 right now. I'm going to upgrade to 700 and get 1 more perk. That's still not 725. That is true. They are offering them through the Halloween vendor as well, but still, this is useless. Like, it's not worth going through. The cow power. Now here's the other thing I noticed the other day too, and I'm glad we're streaming it now. Every artifact they offer 2 upgrades. The first upgrade is like literally it stays at 700, you just add the 4th perk, or you go to 725 and you get a 4th perk, which makes, why would you upgrade to 700 for a 4th perk? Look at what is required: an armor matrix, 600 dark matter, 5 gypsum, 1 chromatic cell, and a gold coconut, right? The gold quartz coconut, which you can only get once a week, 1 time a week. So you gotta really decide what you want to do, right? Because if you want to buy the 725 gear from the kiddie pool down in Cutlass, it costs 1 coconut. Well, to upgrade your gear costs 1 coconut. You only get 1 a week, which irritates the shit. I mean, I fucking hate when games do this shit, man. Like, do not put high-end shit behind a fucking time gate. and a way to drive traffic in. It's a terrible fucking model. It sucks. It eventually just kills the population off and nobody wants to play. It's the reason why I don't play Fallout no more regularly, because I'm tired of the time gates. I'm tired of working all week long to have a chance at one piece of upgrade. Like, no, hey, listen, if I'm the guy that wants to spend 24 hours a day sitting in this chair playing this game, and I want to get 500 coconuts in a day, I should be able to get 500 fucking coconuts in that day, okay? Don't tell me I can get one a week. Such a poor game design. It drives artificial traffic for no reason. Pisses me the fuck off. So, if you look between the 725 upgrade for this and the 700 upgrade, the only real difference is the coconut and a little bit more dark matter, right? Because like here it is, 700. It's 500 dark matter, but you still need an armor matrix, you still need a chromatic seal, both of which are very expensive, very hard to come by. Dark matter's hard to come by, right? The orbs they're not terribly hard to come by, but they're still up there. So why would I spend this to just get the third perk or whatever, where I could spend just the